All right, let's do a walk around here of this 2014 Volkswagen Passat. It's been upsized for 2014. The previous generation Passat was a little bit small for a mid-sized car. In Europe, that's not a big issue. Of course, in America, it is. We like larger cars generally, particularly in the mid-sized class. So hopefully, as you've been able to tell from watching this video, you can see that the proportions now are upsized, but they've been done in a very graceful manner. I think this is one of the nicest looking cars in the segment. It's not a car that screams attention to itself, but it's very stately without being staid, and that's a hard thing to pull off. Let's pop open the door here and take a look at the back seats. Very nice back here. In fact, it's exceptionally nice back here. I really like the firmness and softness of the seats too. They're not too firm, they're not too soft. Nicely put together. Volkswagens have moved up to almost entry luxury from being the ostensible people's car of the past. You're essentially getting a slightly decontented and actually slightly larger and nicer Audi A6 or A4 when you buy this car. Probably the most significant change, though, is that Volkswagen is dropping the 2.5 liter 5-cylinder engine as this car's base engine and replacing it with the 1.8 liter turbo engine that they use in a number of their other models. And the horsepower is the same, 170. However, the turbo engine is more fuel efficient by about 2 to 3 miles per gallon city highway. And the really important thing is that it makes the car substantially quicker, depending on the transmission, manual or automatic. It's about 3/4 to a full second quicker than the same car with the old 2.5 liter engine. And that's really nice. And then there's the icing on the cake. There's hardly any price increase. It's about $100 in the S trim, all else being equal, with the new 1.8 liter engine. So basically you're getting a much nicer, much stronger, and more fuel efficient engine for next to nothing, which is pretty cool. Really, there are very few things about this car to criticize. Probably the only things I can come up with are that Volkswagen, for whatever reason, will not sell the wagon version of this. It's available in Europe and the United States. Wagons continue to be fairly unpopular in the United States, or at least the automakers, not just Volkswagen. But generally, they don't seem to want to sell the wagon versions of their cars that they have in Europe over here. And the other thing that's kind of a little bit iffy, odd, is that the manual transmission in some of the models is still a 5-speed, which functionally really isn't a problem. The engines are nice and torquey and they drive very well. But 6-speed manuals are really pretty much the default standard, particularly in a car in this price range. But other than that, what's not to like? The review's up at epautos.com. Take a look, leave your comments pro or con, and we'll catch up with you next